Welcome to GabTalks, where we provide tools, tips, and techniques to help your life and business be easier, better, and faster. Hello, hello. How are you today? I am Gabriella, and this is our next episode of GabTalks Success Tips from Experts. I am so excited today. I get to bring to you my good friend, Miss Brenda Sanchez. I have known Brenda for 5 years, and she is one of the people that I look to for inspiration. So when I asked if she would be interviewed by GabTalks, I was so excited when she said yes. Hi, Brenda. How are you today?
I'm awesome. Thanks for having me on, Gabriella.
Absolutely fantastic. So, you guys, I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask Brenda, what is it that makes you the expert that you are?
So, my husband and I are best-selling authors of Life's Real Currency, and we teach marketing concepts to businesses to help them find their ideal client and keep them for life.
Awesome. I love it. And again, this is one of the reasons why I look to you for inspiration. So, will you please tell our audience a little bit about you and how it is that you got to where you are that makes you this expert?
Awesome. Thank you, Gabriella. As you know, I served 27 years in the Air Force. In the cyber IT field, but during that time I was an officer, so I always oversaw operations, and I got to oversee like help desk operations and network operations, and I was always training. I was always asked to be a trainer. And then I was also on the side because I wasn't always active duty. A lot of that was reserves. I've been a church administrator. I ran a small office. I was the office manager for a small, like promotional products type office. So I have a lot of customer experience background that really led the foundation to what I do today to teach businesses to treat their circle of influence like the gold that they are. And businesses tend not to understand that the gold is right underneath their nose. They just have to mine it.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. So, speaking of, you mentioned influence. So, one of the things we ask our guests is who or what it was that influenced you to reach where you are today. And so, you and I had an awesome conversation about that. And you and I have similar influences. Will you tell our audience about the influences that led you to where you are today?
Awesome. Yes, thank you. So as Gabriella knows, back in 2015, when I was retiring from the Air Force in January, we then went on a series of seminars slash workshops. So one of them was a marketing summit in Salt Lake City. It was a 3-day summit. Then we went to a Tony Robbins event. Then we went to a seminar on how to write a book and grow rich. And so that just kind of led us down a path of doing a lot of personal development and following people like Tony Robbins and Casey Eberhardt and Association and Network Marketing Professionals and a bunch of other organizations that provide awesome training to people in business. So that's kind of what inspired us and got us to where we are today and keep us motivated to keep waking up every morning and helping other businesses.
That's amazing. I love that. And that's one of my philosophies as well. Again, one of the reasons why I'm inspired by you myself. Hello, hello, awesome listener. Thank you so much for joining us today at GabTalks Success Tips from Experts. We're going to take a short break and say thank you to our sponsors. It is through the generous support of these sponsors that we are able to bring to you these amazing experts that are sharing their best tips for your success. So please listen to what our sponsors have to say, and hopefully they're going to inspire you that you're going to click their links and go support them.
It's time to take a vacation from processed foods. The ultimate lifestyle transformation kit will upgrade the way you look, feel, and perform, or will give you your money back, guaranteed. By taking a vacation from processed foods, you will detoxify your organs, cleanse your cells, and remove chemicals from your gut. And once you begin to nourish your cells and balance your hormones, you may notice increased energy, lower stress, deeper sleep, heightened mental clarity, improved digestion, and sexy lean muscle. Any of that sound interesting to you? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You already eat every day, and what you eat really matters. This is your chance to upgrade your food, upgrade your health, and upgrade your life.
Ever wish you had a generous, wealthy uncle? Well, this GabTalk sponsor may be the next best thing. If you've ever found yourself wishing some successful person would willingly invest their time, energy, and money in you to help you crawl out of the drudgery of your life, then this is your lucky day. Most people will ignore this. They'll think it's too good to be true. But if you'll pay attention, you may just discover that he is the guy. And as you might imagine, this is exactly why I've been asked not to reveal his identity. If I did, he would surely be overwhelmed by countless people sending in their sob stories in hopes of getting a handout. Well, he can't help everybody. He's not a charity. He's a business philanthropist, and he's made millions and would like to give back. He's willing to give a few total strangers a hand up. If you would like him to invest in you and you want more wealth, better health, and a drastically improved quality of life, simply click the link and tell him your story. Be honest. He'll see what he can do. I can't promise he's going to solve all of your problems, but he will make you this promise. If you have the courage to tell your story, he'll read every word and give you a valuable gift just for doing so. So go ahead. What are you waiting for? Click the link and share your story.
So let's talk about, if you were to go back and talk to your 20-year-old self, or we have some young folks that listen to this and they're just starting out in business, what would you say one piece of advice to do differently that would propel you to success that much faster?
Awesome. Thanks for asking that question because, I think about that all the time. And I think about when I was back as a teenager or a young adult, and I think of where I am today, and I just wish I had started my own business earlier. I wish I had started, especially for the military. They tend to do their 20 years, and it's 6 months before they're retiring. And now it's like, now what am I going to do? So I just highly encourage everyone to start early, have a side gig, have a side hustle, whatever you want to call it, because it really helps you to, when the shit hits the fan, let's just, call it like it is. In life, there we have the ebbs and flows. And, sometimes life throws us a curveball and we might lose a job, or we might be disabled or whatever. If you've already started something young in your life, you now have your plan B or your plan C or your plan D all set and ready to go.
That is fantastic advice. I had a business when I was 18, and then I went into the employment pool, and I wish that I had stayed doing something on the side. It took me 25 years to go back to being an entrepreneur that I had been when I was young. So those young folks out there listening to this, if you have an entrepreneurial endeavor, continue with it. If you don't, start one. So I'm going to open it up and ask you to share with us your, based on your background and experience, what tips do you have for our audience in general that will help them become much more successful in what it is that they're doing?
Awesome. Thank you. So we like to talk about the secret sauce. So my husband and I have developed the secret sauce strategy. And so many businesses hate marketing and they hate follow-up. They just think it's a necessary evil of business. But what if we could teach you a way that wouldn't make you feel like a sleazy salesperson and just enjoy doing follow-up? Well, we can teach you those easy steps. So one, you meet somebody in person. After you've met somebody in person, why not right afterwards text them and say, it was such a pleasure meeting you, and share something specific about your conversation with them so that they know you listened. That's your second contact or second touch with them. Your third is you immediately send an email out, and they get that within 12 to 24 hours. So now that's your third one. You're going to send an email very much like the text, because people respond differently. Some people like emails, some like text, some like phone calls. So now you've reached them in a few different modalities. So that's 3. The fourth one is that you are going to send them a nice to meet you card or a note, a handwritten note. And that'll take 3 to 5 days to show up. So that's 4. The fifth one is connect with them immediately on social media and start sharing. And Gabriella's like, oh yeah, now she's in my world. Make sure that you're liking and sharing and commenting on all of their stuff. Show them some love. So that's 5. Well, the sixth one, once they receive that note, or better yet, send them a package. When they receive that in the mail, how many of you think the telephone weighs like 100,000 pounds and you don't like picking it up? Would you like to learn how to get people to call you instead? Send them something in the mail. Usually they are going to pick up the phone and call you, or they're going to text you and say, oh my God, thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for sending me that package or that note. And so now they've called you, and that's 6 touches or 6 communications with them. They've heard you, they've seen your brand 6 times. Well, you're well on your way to a sale, because if you know the national sales statistics, it takes 7 to 12 contacts for someone to buy something from you. So we teach you simple, easy. Nobody feels sleazy that way. You don't feel like that. Sorry to the auto car salesman. There are a lot of them out there that are not sleazy, but whenever somebody thinks of that, they think of the used car salesman. And we don't want you to feel that way. We want you to enjoy following up. We want you to enjoy reaching out to your circle of influence. And when you do that, we know that what you give out comes back tenfold. So when you give out that positivity, when you build those relationships, the sky's the limit, and it's the secret sauce to growing your business.
That is so awesome. I love it. And as you know, because we've been friends for so many years, I actually kind of practice that same secret sauce. Mine is slightly different, but it's still the same kind of a sequence. And I find that it makes a huge difference in generating that goodwill, which leads to more business. And in fact, many people have heard that in my previous business, almost all my clients came to me and my phone was ringing because I used a similar sequence to communicate with people that would give out my name. So thank you so much for sharing that with us today. Are you ready to be a hero? On every episode of GabTalks, we highlight an organization that is doing good in its own community. So now we'd like to take a moment to highlight the hero sponsor that brought today's organization to our attention.
Hello, I'm Deborah Thorne, the Information Diva, author, coach, trainer, speaker, and the proud host of the Leverage Conference for speakers, authors, and entrepreneurs. Today, it is my pleasure to highlight one of my favorite nonprofit organizations, Demo Chicks. Demo Chicks empowers, elevates, and enlightens girls and young women in the non-traditional fields of architecture, construction, and engineering. For more information about Demo Chicks, please use the link below. Thank you for your support.
So if our audience wants to find out how they can work with you and learn how to implement that secret sauce, because I know you teach people how to do that. Will you please let them know where they can find out more information and how they can reach out to you? And you guys don't forget, those links will be in the show notes and in the description below.
So there are a couple of different ways. One is go to our website. That's the easiest way to connect with us. And it's lifesrealcurrency.com. And she's going to put that link below. And then you can follow us on YouTube and on Facebook and LinkedIn. And Gabriella has all of those links and she'll put them down below. But we'd love to connect. We love meeting new people and building great relationships. So how can we help you to get the word out about your business? Reach out and let's see how we can collaborate together.
And then before we wrap up, I know when we were talking before that you actually have an offer for our audience. Will you let them know what that offer is? And again, guys, the link for that will be in the show notes and in the description below.
Awesome. Thank you, Gabriella. Yeah, everybody that's watching this show today, or if you're watching the replay of it, we would love to give you a free copy. Yes, I said a free copy of our best-selling book, Life's Real Currency. The only thing we ask you to do is to pay the shipping, but we'll take care of everything else and we'll ship that out to you in the mail.
And I have my personally signed copy sitting right over there. So I can tell you that it is a fantastic book. So you guys want to make sure to take advantage of that offer. So again, down below in the notes and description is the links. You guys don't forget to subscribe and click the reminder button so that you get notified when our next episode is coming out. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks so much for watching. We hope you got value today. We want to give a huge shout out of gratitude to our contributors. Please make sure you click the subscribe button below and don't forget to click the bell up above to get reminders when we add new content.